Assalamualaikum. Good morning to all of you who are with us today. There are 1,213 of you, boys and girls, who are with us. Thank you very much for waking up very early on Saturday morning and joining us voluntarily. You know, no one asked you to bangun pergi sekolah now and listen to this. So having you this morning with us in this fourth episode of Career of the Future in the STEM fields really shows that you really want to learn what is coming up today. So what we have today is the fourth episode of this Career of the Future in the STEM fields, and the title is a little bit canggih lah. It's called Interdisciplinary Innovation. So what we will share with you first, the meaning of interdisciplinary. Or the foundation for all new innovation. All right. So maybe we're having a technical difficulties. So we're gonna hold on for a while just to get this glitch fixed. All right, so I think we are back. I hope you are able to hear my voice loud and clear. Thank you so much for bearing with us because we are all from our houses. This is actually my bedroom. So, we are from our houses, is working from home, and I'm sure you are also in your houses. Everybody would have to be very hashtag kita jaga kita at this point of time where we try to flatten the COVID curve. So back to this. Thank you very much. 1,402 of you, boys and girls, who are with us, who are live and joining us here. So I'm seeing that you guys are shouting out in the chat box. Please keep that coming. It is so cool to see you guys shouting out your name, your school. It's lovely to see that this is being viewed from all over Malaysia. We even have some people from Sabah and Sarawak and all over Semenanjung. Thank you so much. So with us today, we have two special speakers that will show you how STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, is not just about STEM. For you to be able to create something that will be meaningful for the humankind and also the world, you will have to use STEM in creating an innovation that will make sense. So how do you find out how would this make sense? You don't want to create an innovation yang short sendiri. So you would want to get something, the views from these two experts. So with us today, we have Dr. Patrick So from Multimedia University. Okay, that's Dr. Patrick So giving you a hi. Okay, then we also have with us an expert from Livernes, Encik Hakimi Sahidi. Sorry, Encik Hakim Sahidi. Okay, so Encik Hakim and Dr. Patrick will be sharing with you slightly different what you have heard from the first three episodes we have previously on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And today is our last episode in this series. And also with us is Orang Kuat in this whole program, Mr. Ramesh. Mr. Ramesh, give a shout out. Okay, thank you, boys and girls. We have 1,541 of you here. And thank you for the shout out. Thank you for saying good morning. It makes me feel really good to see the future generation actually wakes up early in the morning and to view this. So without further ado, let's have Dr. Patrick So from Multimedia University sharing his insights on what does it mean to have interdisciplinary innovation and how STEM is for everyone. So Dr. Patrick, the floor is yours.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'd like to congratulate all of you young men and women. Okay, you are the leaders, the future leaders of our country, and it's just fantastic to see all of you so eager to learn today. Okay, let me share something. My screen. Okay. my question to you today is, do you think business and management are important to STEM? Can you give a shout out? Is it important to STEM? Or is it just not important? What do you think? Okay, yes, many of you say it's important. Some people say it's not so important. Okay, and today I like to address this topic. Is business and management important to STEM? Okay. Now, we all know that technology has a very bright future. Okay, the jobs are in demand, it's lucrative. We can have the opportunity to work overseas in America, in France, in Australia. Okay, I want to share two things. First thing is that you don't have to be technical minded to join the IT industry. In fact, you don't even have to be smart to join the IT industry. Okay, many of you I know are very smart, but don't have to be very smart. Okay, some of us may not be so smart, but we can also join the IT industry. And the second question I want to ask you is this: do you like money? Or do you say yes or no? Do you all like money? Okay, shout out. Yes, yes, I see a lot of people say yes, they like money. Okay, that's good. I think I also like money. If you don't like money, you can send to my bank account. Okay. Now, but the other question is this: should we just work for money? What do you all say? Should we just work for money? Yes or no? Some people, yes, I'm not sure. Yes, everyone saying yes, we should work for money. No, some people are saying no. Should we just work for money? Okay. A lot of people seems to be saying yes. Okay. Now, we all know that money and happiness may be different. Okay. In fact, money and success does not lead to happiness. And in fact, it is happiness that leads to success and often to money. Why do I say that? If you ask prominent, successful people like these people, these MMU alumni people who have graduated from MMU, Tan Hui Ling, Ko Chua Cheng, and Nizam Razak, Bobo Boy. Okay. Now, these people didn't follow the money. They follow their passion. They follow their interests. And when they do what they excel in, the money, the success came along. Okay. Allow me to introduce myself. Okay. As you know, I'm Dr. Patrick Saw. I'm the head of Department of the IT and Law Unit, Faculty of Management, Multimedia University. Okay. My degree is in economics, not STEM, economics. Okay, but I did a double major in computer science and accounting in Monash University. And because of that itself, I could choose to be an accountant or to be a programmer. And even at the time, programmer, even though I like accounting, but programming got more pay. So I became a programmer, worked hard, became a team leader, promoted to project manager, application consultant in Singapore. Okay. Then I joined AIA Singapore as the information systems manager. Okay. Now, but throughout all this time, I was working in the IT field doing programming work. Deep down, I wasn't happy. I was getting good pay. AIA Singapore gave me 3 months guaranteed bonus every year, 3 months. Okay, maybe this year no more. Okay, but every year was 3 months good pay, but I wasn't very happy. And I will explain why. So I decided to come back to Malaysia and I became a researcher and academician, did my Masters of Science, PhD, and since 2001, I've been with MMU. Okay, now, so that's my story, that happiness and money we shouldn't, based on my experience, I think shouldn't just work for money. Money is important, but we shouldn't just work for money. We should work for our interests and passions. Okay. Now, so it's important to choose a career that is suitable for you. Okay, yes, we know industrial needs. Industrial needs that are IT needs a lot of people, pay very well. The second thing we need to know is what is our mindset and what is our interest. Okay, now this mindset is pretty important. Nobody explained that to me, so I spent 15 years working, not so happy, earning money but not so happy. Okay, of my life in Singapore. And let me explain to you. This is something new. Okay, what is your mindset? Okay. Now, there are at least 3 different mindsets: technical-minded, business-minded, artistic-minded. Okay. Now, technical-minded is people who like maths, who like algorithms. They can do, to me, very difficult things like object-oriented programming like Java, C++, all those. Okay. They can concentrate thinking on technical things for a long time. For hours, they can sit down and concentrate. The engineers, a lot of engineers, programmers can do that. Okay. And they just enjoy learning technical stuff. You give them technical stuff, they can spend hours just learning, like Bill Gates. Okay. My wife is someone like this. That's why I know there's this technical minded. Nobody told me, but I look at her, she just enjoy maths and algorithm. Okay. Okay. Myself, that's my wife and my son. Okay. Myself is business minded. I realize I can do technical things. I can think technical things. I study computer science, one of my major. But you ask me to concentrate thinking on technical things for a long time, I get tired. I get bored. I can only think about technical things 15 minutes to 30 minutes. After that, I say, I need a break. Okay. And I don't like the learning curve. I see the learning curve as a hindrance, as an obstacle, something get over with fast and go on doing the things. Okay, technical people like to just spend time learning only. Okay, I like to learn, but come to technical things, I find more difficulty. Okay, now business-minded people sees technology as a means to an end. We don't just learn and research on technology. We see technology to something else, to use it for business, for society, for something. And maybe we want just to create wealth, want to just make money. Okay, that's the business minded. Then I got friends who are artistic minded. These people are very creative. They sometimes don't know where they are going. Okay, but they have a very strong opinion on their things of their interest. They embrace ambiguity and things of their interest, and they are very observant to the point of being obsessive. Okay, something they interest them, they will just go into that and become very good in it. And they don't care about what people think so much. Okay, that's the artistic minded. Now, let me ask you a question. Which mindset do you think you have? Okay, can you shout it out? Your mindset? Which mindset you have? Are you technical minded? You like technical things? Are you business minded? Are you artistic minded? I think many of you STEM will probably be technical minded. Okay, shout all your answers. Which one are you? Some positive minded, very good. Okay, think through what do you think you are? Okay. Yeah, some business minded, some artistic minded, some no mind. Okay, some STEM is good. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you are technical minded, the natural courses to do, the jobs to do is the computer science and engineering. Okay, if you are business minded, the courses to do is not so technical one. Management information system, but it does IT and management. Okay, business IT courses, digital finance, digital marketing. Now, even if you are business-minded today, you need to learn IT and master IT because IT is the future. Okay, so if you are into marketing, you can do digital marketing courses. Okay, and this is where I realized my unhappiness stemmed from. I was actually business-minded, but I was doing technical work. And yes, I can do the work. I did quite well somehow. I got promoted here, there, salary increment. But deep down, it was not my passion. I do it just for a living. So I didn't really excel. Okay, I wasn't very happy. So it's important to know what mind you are and then fit to the job itself. Okay, and if you are creative minded, don't give up on IT. You can do multimedia, you can do communication related to IT. Whatever you are, whichever mind you are, learn IT. Okay, and then bring it to your passion. Okay, now the next part that I want to talk about is what's your interest. We talk about mindset, you know, you're technical minded, business minded, artistic minded. Some may be legal minded. I didn't touch on that. Okay, but legal mind, you can also go into RegTech, which is law and technology, cyber law, all these things. Okay, now the second part I want to talk about is your interest. What is your interest? What's your passion? Okay, now discovering interest and passion is not as easy as it seems. 3 steps. Okay, first thing, talk to your parents, friends, teachers, mentors. Ask them about yourself. They can sometimes tell you better. Okay, they can see you better. But sometimes also bear in mind what they do not know. Sometimes our parents, like my parents, may not know IT. Then I ask them, should I go into IT? Then at that time, they also don't know what is IT. Okay, so bear in mind. Second thing, assess yourself. How do you assess yourself? You can go for do career quizzes, career personality quiz. After I'll be doing with you. You can do personality tests, all this. Know yourself, reflect on yourself. Nobody will know you as well as you know yourself. Okay? Think through what's your past, what things bring you happiness. Okay? And third thing itself, make a list of interested jobs and investigate them. Then you talk to people who are in the jobs, to adults who are in the job and say, hey, you're a scientist, what do you do? Tell me more. Okay? All these things. And investigate whether some of the jobs, you all heard a lot of jobs are new jobs. Some of the jobs may disappear in the next 10 to 20 years. Investigate also. Okay? Now, this I mentioned to know yourself, to study yourself. You can do this Princeton Review Career Assessment Quiz, which actually measures what motivates you, how you deal with stress, how you work with people, and it identify us according to our career interests and work style. Okay, so if you are red, you are probably more technical and it confirm your technical mindset. Then you're probably better to go into IT, to computer science, to engineering. Okay, if you are green, then better you are communications, you go into sales and media. Okay, if you are yellow like me, then management, MIS, management information systems, accounting fields, all this, digital finance, all this. Okay, itself. And if you are creative, then maybe you should go to multimedia, website developer, writers, all this. Okay, and this one reconfirms the mindset. Okay, you can later on, you can go and do this. This is the link. Take a picture. Okay. Now, the third part is industrial needs. So we assess our mindset, our interest. The third part is industrial needs. Industrial needs, we know that technology is the future. Okay, many jobs will be replaced even by technology. New jobs will come out. But what we need to know is this. Technology coexists with business and society. Okay, with technology and innovation, we make business better, society live better, and business and society needs drive technology, and it's a circle. Okay, technology drives business and society drives technology and innovation. Okay. And it is from this we can see that the hybrid jobs that are both technology and business and society are on the rise. Okay, there's more job opening, better prospects, more money. In fact, if you master 2 or more domains, technology and business, then you'll be better placed. You have 2 expertise. Okay, so even technical things like AI and robotics, you also need to know business and society. Mobile programming, you also need to know business. Okay, big data, you need to understand how to apply the data in business and society, in elections. Okay, and then we got new fields which are a combination of technology and innovation: fintech, digital marketing, .com companies, regtech, law and technology, digital society. These are new fields that are coming out. Okay, and today, currently, the most jobs, new jobs that pay very well are in areas like fintech, regtech, okay, and of course, .com, digital marketing, all this. Okay, this is from Burning. This is from a company. I didn't say this is from a company itself. Okay. Now, so examples of fintech. You may not know what is fintech. Let me show you an example what is fintech. And this is Bingo Box. Some of you may have gone to China. Let me show this video what is fintech. This sound system may not be so good, but let's see. Give me a minute. Okay, this is okay, you saw the video on Bingo Box. Now, Bingo Box is you can see that it is actually a box that have no sales staff inside. You can just go in, buy things, pay through your mobile phone and come out. And this Bingo Box has been implemented in the hundreds of boxes around China. Okay, and they are planning to implement in Hong Kong thousands of boxes as well. Okay, these are some examples of fintech itself that's happening. And if you have time, go to YouTube, see Amazon Go, another example of fintech. Okay, now lastly, I would like to say this. Second, lastly, I like to say this. You don't have to be smart or techy or have a technical mind to join the IT industry. In fact, you don't even need to be in science stream. Okay? Why do? And allow me to introduce this program from MMU. This is a Bachelor of Enterprise Management System. It is a management course. Okay. Now, it is we may change the name next year, but it is still something that is a hybrid management and IT course. Okay, you don't have to have a high CGPA score to join it. Okay, but what we teach you is we teach you management. We also teach you to understand and to use IT and enterprise system. Enterprise systems are systems used by big companies. Okay. Now, a lot of business courses teach you to use IT, but they don't teach you to understand IT. Okay, to understand IT, and we teach you using the most popular enterprise system, SAP. Okay, SAP is the world #1 company in enterprise systems. Okay, on top of that, we actually train you hands-on skill in data analytics, enterprise systems programming. Okay, we don't expect our students to become very good programmers because most of our students are business minded. Some are technical minded also. Okay, but mostly business minded. But we teach you programming so that you can understand what programmers do when you work with them next time, liaising with them. Okay, and the careers for our graduates, you can become data scientists, ERP consultants, IT business executives, and future new jobs because we cover both business as well as IT. Okay, you heard the previous speakers that there are new jobs in the future that today we don't know. Okay, so this is an example of a business and IT course that gives the most IT course itself. Okay, there are many other business courses that pack in IT things like digital finance, Fintech. Okay, last but not least, when you join a university, join one like MMU that gives you a good learning experience. Okay, at MMU we make the learning environment to be fun. Okay, and you can see that from passive learning we change it to active learning, blended learning, team-based learning where people are doing things, all this. Okay, rather than just listening to boring classes. Okay, we use a lot of software tools like Padlets that they can post it on the internet, on YouTube, infographics, Snapper, Canvas. We use such things, such tools. And because we make it team-based, we often our classes, we make it into teams. So with teams, you have twice the fun of learning. Okay, our staff are IT savvy and we have state-of-the-art labs. So all this makes it an enjoyable working experience. Last but not least itself, we give a well-rounded education and hands-on entrepreneur skills that our students are exposed to higher order thinking skills and given hands-on entrepreneur skills and social corporate responsibilities. Okay, so you can see our students doing all kinds of projects and selling all kinds of things. So with that, I'd like to finish my talk. And yes, right now our students are doing online learning because of the COVID pandemic, but we are still having fun. Okay, so thank you very much. And I hand over to Natalia.
Thank you very much, Dr. Patrick, for that sharing. It's so jam-packed, and what is even more wonderful is seeing you guys online who are actually putting up so many comments. I was trying to take as many comments that I can take and actually kupas dengan lebih lanjut, or to expand what you have actually commented. I think the main one that I want to comment first is when Dr. Patrick shared the bingo box. I had someone, I'm so sorry I didn't get your name, the chat was running quite fast, who says, well, we actually have one in Kota Kinabalu. That's really fun to know, because we also have one in Cyberjaya, and I'm sure we're going to have many more around the nation. In Cyberjaya is in Reka Space, where we have this without anyone in there. You use full app, and it's like a whole huge vending machine. So thank you for that shout out, telling us that there's one in Kota Kinabalu. Thank you again, Dr. Patrick, for sharing with us the various mindsets, whether you are technical, business, or artistic, and also the various colors that you guys who are 2,199 watching with us currently are so engaging. It's so nice to see. This is very baru for us lah kan. We only old school. Bukan, I'm not old school, I'm very new school, but dah tua. So bila dah tua, we see you guys putting up the chats and so laju. It's a very amazing experience for us, especially this is Saturday morning. So I'm gonna pick up again, sorry I didn't get the name, but I had someone who says I can be all the colors. That's exactly what interdisciplinary innovation or being interdisciplinary means. You can be all colors. You don't have to be just one specific color. Maybe one color is more dominant to you, but you also take care of the other colors that you want to be. I know in previously we say jack of all trades, master of none. But in this era, you would have to know more than just one skill, and you have to embrace ambiguity, which I will bring to what it means for students like boys and girls who are now 2,202 of you guys who are watching with us. In your school, if you are in the primary school, you have the science subject, you have the maths subjects. I know all of this is not necessarily easy. When you go to the secondary school, you have RBT and ASK. You have Asas Science Computer, you have the Reka Bentuk Technology. When you were in primary, you also have TMK and RBT. So these are all interdisciplinary actually, and you have various competitions. Cikgu suruh buat hands-on. So things are already changing where exam only is not good enough. But you would have to learn all the difficult stuff so that you know the fundamentals. Of course, science and maths is not easy, but if you have the passion, you know how to persevere and actually get into the core of things, you will be able to appreciate and do wonderful things. Okay, before this turn into a mother lecturing anak dia, I better pass this to the next speaker from Livernes, Encik Abdul Hakim Sahidi, who will now be sharing with you, besides having STEM and the fundamentals of it, and also what Dr. Patrick has shared, being artistic, being business minded. Now the key to everything, communication. It is not good enough if you know your science, you know your technology, you are able to come up with innovation that could sell, innovation that could make impact, but you are not able to communicate this. We are not born communicators. You won't believe this, but you can ask my teachers back then. I am not extrovert. I'm actually camera shy. I'm sure you guys who know is camera shy lah sangat kan. Okay, but anyway, it's something you can develop. It can be nurtured. It's something that you are able to progress yourself with this. So communication is key to most of these things, and no other better expert to share with you how you can develop this but Encik Abdul Hakim from Livernes. So Encik Abdul Hakim, the floor is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Very good morning to everyone. First of all, thank you, Natalia, for the introduction. I also, same as you, I'm also introvert in beginning, where during school actually I don't talk to girls, for example, but now I'm capable to talk to the world. So let me share my screen now. All right. So how are you, young generation, the future scientists, future engineers? How are you today? Already got your breakfast? I hope you are very excited for my session after a very what call interactive session with Dr. Pratik just now. So for my session, I will talk about the interdisciplinary innovation, science-based communication, and you. So today, I would like to share a new career opportunity beside you becoming an engineer, scientist, researcher, or other kind of job that you already know currently. So before I go further, I would like to know what is your current ambition, what you want to become in future. Maybe you can shout in the live chat what you want to become. Yeah, I can see someone want to become engineer or prime minister as well. Wow, so God. All right. Okay. So, yeah. So most of you already have the ambition, what you want to become in future, right? And then today, I would like to share maybe the opportunity, the career opportunity that maybe you can have as one of the alternatives for you. So let me introduce myself. Again, my name is Abdul Hakim bin Sahidi. So you can call me Hakim. I graduated in Electronic System Engineering from the Malaysian Japanese International Institute of Technology, UTM, Kuala Lumpur. And actually, I joined Livanas back in September 2016. And then after 2 years, I became the youngest directors when I was 26. Currently, I'm 28. And since last year, I also been promoted as the managing director for Livanas Malaysia. So if you see below, QMP, it actually stands for question and passion. So when I was a student, I have a question. Why a lot of engineering students that have knowledge of engineering and also have the business mindset, usually they also come up with a business that is not related to their field, which is in this clothes, beverages, everything. So what I would like to develop actually to create more entrepreneurs, especially in our country and also to the world, and also support the implementation of meaningful technology for the society. So I was an engineering and also robotics student. So during my study, I actually represented the university to join robotic competition in Japan, where we managed to get a first place in our league. And then I also represent our university to join robotic competition in Germany as well. So we made a lot of robotics in around the world. And you can see here, this is our small robot, but we were able to beat a lot of giant robot. So it's not about the size, but it's about the knowledge and also the way how you operate the robot. And after I graduated, maybe a lot of people, we thought that I will become like Tony Stark, building a robot and then wear the suit to save the world. Or maybe become I call electronics engineer who can create the next maybe chips, microchips, and so on. But for me, I am not really into communicating with robot. I am more comfortable talking to the people. But what I want to talk about, I have a knowledge of engineering and robotics. So I want to deliver the knowledge of this robotics, AI, engineering for the community, so them can be interested with this area as well. So that's why today I'm not becoming the ordinary engineer. Before I joined Livanas, I also got the offer for a big microchip company that usually you use for the computer. So I was offered to become the engineer, but I chose to become a science bridge communicator. So today, I would like to share with you what is our company, Livanas, that is a science-based communication company is about, and why I choose to become a science communicator, and who are we, and what actually we do, and what will be the excitement of becoming a science-based communicator. And stay tuned with me because at the end, I will share with you a special gift for those who proactive and maybe listen carefully to our session. So let me go first with our company. So here you can see a group of people. So we are the innovative group of professionals from different backgrounds. You can see from immunology, behavior biology, agriculture, psychologists, life sciences, mathematics, and also me from engineering. So we coming from the different background, but what unites us is the same or the common vision that we have, which is to advance in science and technology for global happiness. So what we do, we actually manufacture the useful knowledge and innovative solution for the world. So just to share with you how Liveness started actually. So back in Japan in 2002, there are three main problems that happen in Japan. The first one is their young generation are not interested with science. Same maybe situation in Malaysia. Maybe some of you also today not really interested with science, but hopefully after my presentation will be interested in science. The second problem is the government produced a lot of PhD holder during that time, but they're unable to prepare enough job opportunity in the market. So for example, what is your feeling when you study hard, anti-master, anti-PhD, but unfortunately you cannot do work? What are you feeling? So the same goes in Japan during that time. And last but not least, there are difficulty actually for commercialization of research from university to the society. So these three problems actually create what is Liveness about. So 15 enthusiastic graduates from undergrads and also postgrad came together and create a mission to make world a better place with advancing science and technology. So currently we are the leading science-based communication company where we create what we call the knowledge-based platform. I will explain to you after this. Most of the members are PhD and also master holders. So we have activities and office in different parts of the world as well. So now I would like to share with you the journey why I become a science-based communicator instead of the ordinary engineers. So this actually back during my study where I joined as one of the volunteer to conduct what I call a science workshop at KLESF, Kuala Lumpur Science and Engineering Festival. So this is where I actually communicate about the pi. You know pi? If you learn mathematics, you learn about pi. And it's not really an interesting subject, but we are able to communicate about pi subject with exciting and also for the student to understand about the concept. So that's why I feel what called very excited to share more knowledge to the student. So that's why I took my path to become a science-based communication. So what is the meaning of science-based communicator? So anyone can actually become a science-based communicator if you have the capability to communicate about science and technology in an easy to understand manner, and also to create a new business and innovative solution for the world. So maybe you are not with Liveness, but other companies also, if you have these values, you can actually become a science-based communicator. All right, so why actually we need the science-based communicator? So as I explained, in Japan in 2002, the students don't want to learn about science. Maybe that's what happened currently in Malaysia. So that's why we need more science-based communicator that can translate the science into a simple but exciting subject for the student to learn. And as you can see also, in the university level, a lot of research has not been commercialized. So we need a science-based communicator that able to communicate about the research to the industry, so the industry can also adopt the research and technology for their uses. So what actually we do? In the beginning, we try to bridge the gap of knowledge between the researchers and the society. So there's a lot of research being done by researchers in the university, for example. But do you understand what the researchers are doing? Do you understand their term? No, right? So that's why this is where science-based communicators come in. So we actually simplify the research for you to understand, and also maybe to conduct a simple workshop for you to join. And not only that, not only in education, but a science-based communicator can also involve in the business level, where we can communicate the needs from the industry and also the innovative solution by the startup or the researchers. So, for example, you are the science-based communicator. You want to actually contribute in engineering field. So there are certain needs in industry regarding to the engineering, and there's a lot of innovation being done by researchers in the society. So why not us as the science-based communicator, we try to communicate between these two parties so we can actually implement the technology. So just to give an example in education, what a science-based communicator can do. So for example, as you know, my background is robotic. So what I do, actually I create a robotic workshop for a school student. Anyone know this student coming from which school? You recognize their uniform? Anyone from this school? No? So what we do, actually, not only they learn about the robotics, but they're able to see the advanced robotics lab in the university. Because actually after the workshop, I also bring them to visit the Center of Artificial Intelligence in UTM. So they can see what actually the researcher of robotics industry actually doing. And not only that, we also have a conference for young researchers like you. If you have any research project, you can join our Science Council, where you'll be able to communicate about your research project. So this is where we as the science-based communicator, we try to support the student. So you can actually communicate about your project to get a feedback either from the industry or the academia. And not only that, we also train the teachers so they can also become a science-based communicator to teach students about science in easy to understand manner. All right. And this is one of the exciting projects that I would like to share with all of you. In Japan, we have an education project called Space Soybeans Project. You know what it means? It means that in Japan, actually, we work together with the space industries and bring the soybean to the ISS in the space. For what? So we keep them for a period, and then we bring back to the ground or to the earth, where the student actually able to conduct a research. What is the differences of the soybean that's origin on earth, and also the soybean that already been bring to space? And then they try to plant on earth as well, try to conduct the research, what will be the the differences between the soybean, and you can see the result as well here. So these some of the things as a science-based communicator, what we can do. So if you are passionate in space, so this kind of project you can do as a science-based communicator. And not only that, science-based communicator also involved with the career development, where as a science-based communicator, we try to support the graduate student so they can will be able to understand what will be the future career path for them. So during this program, you will be able to discuss and talk directly with the researchers and also engineers from the industry. So we are not bringing the HR people who want to interview you, but we bring the engineers who can talk to you and share what they are doing, so you can understand what will be in the industry. And also in research especially, we communicate the novel research and solution by the researchers and bridging them with the corporates and also the industry. So this is where we have the platform called Hyper Interdisciplinary Conference, where as science-based communicator, we try to share with the industry what will be the exciting research done by researchers in university, so they're able to pick up and maybe use in the industry. Yeah. And we also create a platform where startup or the industry can also join the university, so they can use the facilities in university to develop their project and so on. And last but not least, if you are interested with entrepreneurship, this is where, as a science-based communicators, you'll be able to communicate about innovation to the world. So in Livernes, I am working with the most innovative person on earth, I think. So we have different kind of innovative solution from drone, from robotics, from AI, where I think all this solution will be very useful for the people to use. So that's why we communicate this advanced technology to the people and also to the industry for them to support in terms of the implementation. All right. And besides that, what's most important for you to become a science-based communicator, you will have the chances to create a project based on your passion and as well to bring the benefit to the world. For example, my passion is more on the engineering and also robotics. So this is where I actually working together with different startups from different countries. For example, Micro is from Malaysia, Lifetech is from Japan, Indobot is from Indonesia, Garastem from Vietnam, and Wala School from Philippines, for us to create a new engineering education in ASEAN. So if you are interested in robotics engineering, maybe we have the platform for you to learn. So how you can actually become this science-based communicator? All right. So this is the cycle that we create at Liveness, where you can also implement. So this cycle is called QPMI. All right. Q is stand for question, P is stand for passion, M is mission, and I is innovation. So how you can use this? The first step that you need to do after this session, maybe try to find the deep question that you want to solve in your life. For example, you can look around, see what is problem happening around you, and try to figure out how you can solve that problem. So by understanding the deep question, you create your own passion to solve that problem. So that's where you actually create a mission together with your friends, for example, with your teachers, with your parents. So you'll be able to come out with the solution to solve the problems. So that's where actually science-based communicator come from, where we want to bring new innovation, new solutions for the world. All right. So by becoming a science-based communicator, I was able to do a lot of things. In Malaysia, I conduct science workshop. In Japan, I share about the career path. In Indonesia, in Singapore, I also communicate about science. And last but not least, in Indonesia, I communicate about the innovation. So if you want to travel around the world by becoming a science-based communicator, you can also do so. All right. So anyone who wants to apply this science-based communication skill to achieve the goals of your life, please say yes in the chat box if you are in with me now. All right. And anyone who wants to join me to contribute to the world through science and technology? Anyone? Yeah, I can see there. All right. So the last question that I would like to ask today, after my presentation just now, any of you would like to become a science-based communicator and change your ambition? Anyone? Yes, okay. So we have a lot of members in future that may be interested to join us. Yeah, thank you very much. So I hope I can inspire you to share about this new career of becoming a science-based communicator. And if you are interested to know more about us, you can just go to our website here or our Facebook or our YouTube and also email us. All right. And before I end my presentation today, I have an offer for you. For those who join this workshop, for the 2,300 students who are here. All right. So we have the next workshop that we want to conduct on 7th November. If you want to learn about how to become a technopreneur, you want to use the knowledge of engineering, research, everything, but you want to become a technopreneur where you utilize the knowledge to create a business. And also, if you are interested in the of drone, yeah, please join this workshop. Yeah, so you can go to our website for the registration. For the teachers and parents as well who watching now, we also have a special program to you. So this is a partner up together with the Pusat STEM Negara and also Makri. So this is for you to actually learn about how to encourage your student and also your children about the STEM education. So hopefully you can join this exciting session, because we have also international speakers from Japan and other countries as well. And last but not least, as I promised, I have a special gift for you who become a proactive. So I want to give a free ticket to join our workshop for the 10 fastest students who can screenshot our session today and maybe create a Facebook post, share your thoughts, share your feedback about our session, and then tag Livenas page. So we also announced the result at our page, so hopefully you can join this contest. So by that, I would like to invite all of you to join our mission in advancing science and technology for global happiness. Thank you very much. Thank you. Terima kasih and arigatou gozaimasu. Back to Natalia.
Thank you very much, Hakim. Now, with that special goodies, Hakim just offered all of you, 2,370 of you, whoever would first be able to upload this screenshot on Facebook and tagging Livenas, all of you will be doing that and not paying attention to what I have to say after this. So, Hakim, you're taking off the spotlight from me. So anyway, boys and girls, you should do that if you are interested to know more about how to become a science bridge communicator. Go to Livenas social media platform. Same thing, if you are still interested to get to know more about what are the programs outlined part of Minggu Science Negara, you can go to STEM for All Makerspace Facebook for the outline. You can also go to all the social media on not just these two. There are many others also, I'm sure. And also, of course, you can check us out on MMU's social media. All right, I was like going through the chat just now, and if you joined us yesterday, where we had Prof. Yusuf from Multimedia University mentioning BTS and Blackpink and PUBG, that was basically saying engineers are cool too. They know BTS. So today we have Hakim, who's also an engineer, having a crying baby at the background. Somebody in the chat say somebody's baby is looking for the mom. No, I'm old. My kids are already very besar. It is Hakim's baby. So now we know engineers are also human beings. So it's okay to be an engineer. It's cool to be an engineer. They're not just geeks. So, continue the passion if you like hardcore science and technology and turn into the E of the STEM, which is engineering. So thank you very much, Hakim, from the insight of how, we can use this model by Livenas and improve communication, which is pretty much key. So even if you are introvert, you can actually practice your communication skills and become a communicator for STEM and innovation. So we also have many shout outs. We still have people saying, is the baby crying okay already? So Hakim, I hope your baby is okay. So thank you very much to the 2,397 of you, boys and girls out there who are watching live with us. Thank you also for the shout out. I feel very like a YouTuber because people are shouting out to me and say, hi, Puan Natalia. Hello, people. Thank you very much, boys and girls. We are pretty much at the end of this episode already, and this is the final episode for the Career of the Future in the STEM fields. In conjunction with Minggu Science Negara 2020. I hope you have enjoyed the 4 episodes we have shared. You can review what was recorded if you have missed the live. And of course, because you have stayed tuned with us, you have learned something, you deserve the e-certs that we have said. If you sit in, you will have the e-cert. Just as the previous episodes, the link will be shared in the description box. And once you fill in that, we will send Mr. Ramesh and his team will be processing it. And you will have to bear with us. We will send it via your email by end of the month. So now I would invite Mr. Ramesh to give the overall view of what Minggu Science Negara is and also a little bit more detail about the cert. So Mr. Ramesh, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Puan Natalia. Another wonderful session that you have chat and hosted so brilliantly, so excitingly. Thank you for that wonderful sharing session. Now, I think I just go through the housekeeping and would like to share once again to those who have been wanting to get your certificate and also our new followers. All right. I think we have got quite a number of new participants today. So for the benefit of you who are not very clear, I'm sharing a few slides to see how you're going to get your e-certificates, right? Now, okay, so it's my presentation is uploading. You can't see it. Oops. One moment. All right. So if you can see these slides, now, as Natalia said, if you go to our discussion box in this YouTube channel, you will come across a link. This is not posted yet. It'll be posted at the end of the session. You just click on this link. So once you click on this link, it'll take you to a form, a Google form. All you have to do is fill in your email and then your name as to how your name should appear in the certificate. You just have to click that and then you send it, and the rest of it will be done by us. So you will be then receiving the digital certificate with your name and the topic of today's session printed on it. All right, so you will be receiving this before the 31st of October. Now, we have got 2,000 over to process a day, so please bear it with us. It takes a little bit of time. Why? Partly because we have to also do some cross-checking. Now, you see, we have got many people who just watch it over the YouTube, and so therefore, it's not fair for us to give them a certificate. You have to watch it live. You have to engage with us in order to deserve this certificate. So thanks and congratulations to all 2,300 over students and teachers and parents who have followed us in today's session. Now, I also just would like to, in parting, would like to thank all the sponsors of this program who have made it possible. So this is Pesanan Penaja, all right? So before, I just quickly want to let you know, this is a series of programs that we have done in conjunction with Minggu Science. So I'd like to thank Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation for making this possible. Our strategic partner for the Minggu Science Negara Peringkat Negeri Selangor is SEDA, together with their SEED program. This is to help students be more involved in the sustainable energy. All right, so thanks to SEDA for partnering us and making this program possible. To MMU, a great thank you, Puan Natalia. You have done a wonderful job by bringing some excellent speaker and hosting this program, this series of talks on future career. Our special thanks also goes to Pusat STEM Negara, Dr. Ehsan Ismail, who was also a speaker for the second series and who's got a huge following. So I think his influence has also brought a lot of you onto this platform. Okay, thank you to Dr. Ehsan and Pusat STEM Negara. And our sponsor for the venue, Daman Mall. A special thanks for them for making it possible for us to actually be based at Daman Mall. We will be inviting you. So those who have shared with our programs now, we'll be inviting you for our future programs. And in conclusion, I also would like to thank all our previous speakers. This is the first day session. We had Dr. Sin, we had Teacher Lee, and we had Sharam. Thank you for that topic. We had on the second day, we had Dr. Ehsan and Dr. Sivapriya. Thank you for that brilliant presentations. And today, we also had another two brilliant speakers, all right? So we also had Professor Yusuf, and from SEDA, we had a brilliant speaker to talk about renewable energy, right? So I think before I pass back to Puan Natalia, I would like to say that please stay along with us, all right, through our Facebook, STEM for All Makerspace Facebook. You'll be kept in touch with lots of upcoming programs. Our immediate next program is on the 31st of October. We have a quiz, an online quiz on renewable energy on the topic of energy from hydropower. And, we have had lots of inquiries from teachers to say, can they be engaged in more programs? Yes. All right. We will be doing very much more programs in the coming months. So with that, I would like to pass back the mic to Puan Natalia and to
All right. Thank
our,
you very much.
yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramesh. So, boys and girls, I think you now know how to register for your or rather claim the certificate for today's session. Today is the fourth. For those who were with us from Wednesday and also Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you basically have now four sets because each set has a different title on it. So, you can have all four, take a picture, and shout out, I'm really hardcore STEM. This makes us very proud and, feel excited about because currently we have 2,458 of you, and we still have you guys chatting on the box. Thank God not everybody has left for Hakim's Facebook, So thank you very much. Thank you, speakers. Thank you, Dr. Patrick, today. Thank you, Encik Hakim. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Ramesh and team from the STEM for All Makerspace. Thank you for the previous speakers, but most of all is thank you for, the big, huge shout out of thank you goes to you guys, boys and girls, who actually followed us voluntarily and actually engaged in this. So some of you just now put up, say like, oh wow, you wish you were like the kids in Japan where Hakim had shared what they have done. It is not just Japan. You actually have all this access in Malaysia. We have curated this with much love and passion and have this all outlined for you. You can follow STEM for All Makerspace Facebook. You can follow Leave a Nest Facebook. You can follow MMU's Facebook or the other universities and many other competitions. Get that passion grow bigger and bigger, and inshallah in the future you will be spearheading the career of the future, especially in the STEM fields. So I am Natalia from the Multimedia University, along with the speakers today and the team from STEM for All Makerspace, signing off the career of the future in the STEM fields in conjunction with Minggu Sains Negara 2020. We hope you enjoyed this series and, hopefully see you guys again. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Thank you, Puan Natalia. And before we sign off, I too would like to thank Puan Natalia for being a wonderful host. I think it has been very, very, good learning curve. Okay, we have learned so much and we've got very good response. So a few things that I quickly want to mention before we actually end this session. One is that please do make a shout out if you want more programs similar to this, so that then we can bring it up to our stakeholders and say, hey, look here, the kids are ready for more such programs. So we can justify that we run more such programs on a regular basis, and then we'll have our anchor woman to come on board again. All right, so thank you, Natalia. I think this is one. Now, the second thing is that we have also received a lot of inquiries about our next quiz, just now I posted. Now, please bear with us. That's on the 31st. So the link will only be announced on the 31st. It's a 24-hour duration window to participate in that quiz, not any later, not any earlier. All right, so please wait for the 31st. Only then the link will be shared. All right, and finally, I'd like to thank our team who made this possible. All right, so the STEM for All Makers team, Miranda, William, Dr. Yahya, Daryl, Jivan, thanks so much for making doing that back-end support and making it possible, right? And William says that stay online with us, be in touch because we've got some drone events coming up soon too, all right? So kids out there, I think drones, robotics, Hakim has mentioned some programs, tons of programs for you out there. So with that, I'd like to thank all of you and looking forward to seeing you again in the future. Right. Okay, so can we sign up now and say a big thank you to all?
All right. Thank you, guys.
Hi, Miranda. Hi, Dr. Yahya.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So, Jivan, you can off now. Offline.
Good job.
Okay.